And on that salmon farming thing that you mentioned, that industry, isn't that, I thought you'd support that initiative the government's wanting to legislate protection for the industry, isn't that, because that's in your part of the world?
Yeah, but they're not protecting the industry. This is the problem. There are 65% of Tasmanians that don't want salmon farming in the harbours. They don't want them sitting on, when you arrive at Bruny Island, sitting on the doorstep.
A lot of jobs rely on that industry.
There is 22 jobs sitting in Strawn on the northwest coast. Now, when they come out and say there's 5,000 jobs, no one's been sued and said that's bullshit. You're actually lying. That is spin doctor stuff, and that is not the truth. A lot of it is automated now. A lot of it is push button from headquarters. The food is all dropped by that. There is very little manhandled stuff going on those sites anymore. I've got $37 billion of your taxpayers' money going to those multinationals to oxygenate Macquarie Harbour. Why would you just say no, not doing this? We're going to spend that $37 million on those 22 employees there. We're going to give them removal costs, and we're going to retrain them and get them moving again. That'll be a much cheaper option, mate.
They've put $3 million in the budget to help the Maugean skate breeding program. That's the creature that's apparently threatened by the farming.
Sure, but it's much bigger than that. It's not just about the skate. It's about the sludge, and that's being left behind. Do you know the local owners sold out over the last 4 or 5 years and sold them off to the multinationals because they already knew what I did. They got out of it because they were feeling the pressure already. They knew. Tony Burke come up and doubled the tonnage basically in 2012. This is Tony Burke's dirty, stinking mess, and this is his cover-up of trying to cover up the mess that he made. Here's a good idea, just half the tonnage in that Macquarie Harbour and do that tomorrow. And then you've got the new bill that they're trying to do, the environmental bill. It has not gone to an inquiry. They're trying to rush that through today. We're now hearing that may not even do anything about the salmon, but it may have unintended consequences out there to mining and the rest. Very interesting.
One last one before you go, and we've spoken about this one before, the Macquarie Point Stadium. Cricket Tasmania now saying that the roof as it's designed won't work for cricket. Sounds like the architects might have to go back to the, well, I was going to say proverbial, but the literal drawing board, won't they?
Oh, oops. Oops, that is the gift that keeps giving to Jacqui Lambie, that goddamn stadium. It's not going to get erected if it's the last thing I do down there. It is the money. We cannot afford it, that's the first thing. That was half the profits. You've just lost half the profits, so you believe that you forecast that we're going to go into that stadium, no cricket there. And then, you know, you've got Dr. Gruen up there this afternoon in front of a panel going up against them and telling them why this won't work, why it's not sustainable and why it won't make money. So interesting times for Tasmania. The fight against that stadium is only getting bigger, and it will not go away, I can assure you, until that stadium is off the agenda, full stop.
Could be in the election campaign very
massive.
soon. Yeah, we'll see you.
Yeah.
We'll see you down there at some point on the beautiful island of Tasmania. Looking forward to it during the campaign. Jacqui, thanks as always.
You're welcome, and mate, you better come and see me so you survive a couple of days in Tasmania. I'll need to give you some basic skills.
Look forward to it.
Good on you.